Hey guys, floating shelves are all the rage right now. And I'm going to teach you a quick, easy way to make your own with just a few tools from Jet Woodworking. Let's go. Okay, so for this trick, you're going to need wood and a dowel. You can use whatever wood you want. It just needs to be about 2 times the size of your dowel. So I went with a 3/4 inch dowel and 1.5 inch wood here. What I have is just leftover butcher block that I ripped on the table saw into 3 equal pieces that I'm going to be using for my floating shelves. So the idea behind this is we're going to be drilling into our wood the same size as our dowel thickness. So I have 3/4 inch here, so I'm going to mark 3 spots on my wood and then drill 3 3/4 inch holes. So I have 50 inches right here. So right away I know I can go to 25 for the center mark, and then I'll come off, let's say 8 inches on each side. So I've got that there. And get those lines nice and straight. And then I'll find our center point also. So 1.5 inches is going to be 3/4 of an inch. Find our center point. We'll mark those as well. And now we're ready to drill. So now we'll head over to the drill press. We're going to set up a bit on the drill press that's the same size thickness as our dowel. So I'm going to be setting up a 3/4 inch bit. I'm going to be drilling down half the depth of my shelf depth. So my shelves are 9 inches deep, so I'll be drilling down 4.5 inches total. And that will be how deep my dowel will sit. After we've drilled our holes, we're going to be checking our dowel length in all the holes that we drilled. So the first hole, I'm going to insert it and mark it. Double check the measurement. It should be 4.5 inches deep. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to check every other hole to make sure that they're all the same depth. After we've checked all our dowel lengths, we can head over to the bandsaw. The bandsaw is where we'll be cutting our dowels. Here I have a quick magnetic stop for making repetitive cuts. I set it at 4.5 inches. Now I can cut all my dowels exactly the same length. Now, if you want to put a decorative edge on it and you have access to a router table or a router, now would be the time to do it. I chose to go with a chamfer edge on mine. I had a lot of imperfections on these boards, so after I took them to the router table, I decided to fill them all with wood filler and give them a good sanding. After sanding the boards, I decided I was going to stain them. I'm trying to match a certain board that my son's made me, so I need to mess around with a few different stain colors. You can do the same thing, figure out what works for you. All right, time to go over to the table saw. So on the table saw, you're gonna be cutting off around 1" of the drilled end piece of the board. So the end where you drilled the holes into, you'll be cutting about 1" strip off of that, and that's going to be your mounting board. All right, once you have those strips or the mounting boards cut off, you can go ahead and touch up the stain, so that way when the boards meet together, you're not seeing any variance in colors. All right, time to figure out your stud location. Once you have your stud location figured out, you're going to want to transfer those measurements onto your mounting board. Once you've made your marks, pre-drill your holes where your screws will be installed with a recess bit so that the screw heads don't touch and your shelf and mounting bracket can slide up flush against each other. Now you can take your mounting board over to your wall, line up your pre-drill holes with your studs, make sure that the mounting bracket is level, and attach your screws into the studs. With all your mounting boards attached, you can get your wood glue and fill the holes that you drilled for the dowels with wood glue. And then you're going to stick your dowels inside of the holes. I went with wood glue and then an instant wood glue just so my dowels would set a little faster. You want to make sure that your dowels and the wood glue have completely cured before attaching the shelves to the mounting board. Make sure you're pushing your dowels all the way in so they're flush with the wall. So that way when you go to attach your shelf, everything matches up nice and flush. All right, now once your wood glue is completely cured, you can take your shelves, slide them over the dowels, and lightly tap them into place with a rubber mallet. All right, there you have it. Quick, easy, DIY floating shelves with minimal materials. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy your shelves. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. You can send me a message on Instagram and follow along if you want to see more cool, easy DIY projects. Thanks for watching.